The action-adventure genre is a genre filled with multiple amazing titles, but on November 19th of 2007, Uncharted Drake's Fortune was launched for the PlayStation 3, and with that, a legend was born. The Uncharted series kicks off with Uncharted Drake's Fortune, which from the title you can't tell much. You know there's a Drake, you know there's a fortune, and it is or might be Uncharted, but not much else besides what's in the box. That said, Uncharted had a lot to compete against back in the day, and still to this day being mainly compared with the likes of the Tomb Raider series, and even though I played the Tomb Raider trilogy not long ago, something was definitely missing, and I didn't know what till the opening scene of Drake's Fortune hit me. Naughty Dog laid a really good foundation for the start of the series, goofy and relatable character with a charisma and lamest jokes that I've listened to this day. But that's what makes him funny. It felt just like being at a bar with friends and bad but yet funny as hell jokes. Going through the jungles of the Amazon rainforest with Sully and Elena, you can see the potential the game has. It felt like I was playing an Indiana Jones game with a great plot and a great adventure before Indiana Jones and the Great Circle even got announced. The game did not disappoint a little bit, but having found El Dorado and completed the story made me super empty. Just like when you have a really great meal and afterwards you don't really know what to do with your life, but you want more of what you just had. The rush of the crazy jumps, with the game loop of shooting big waves of enemies coming from every side, and even learning a lot of stuff about historic items and historic places. I wanted more of that, so I ventured into Uncharted 2 Among Thieves right away.
What's going on? That's my blood. That's my blood. It's a lot of my blood.
Uncharted 2 starts off a bit different, and it actually makes you feel weird in the beginning due to not knowing what the hell is going on or why Drake is on a train. But you rapidly understand that Naughty Dog decided to step up the narrative ground and they're going to try and tell you the story in a format of flashbacks, which for a game from 2009 is pretty impressive. Considering the foundation this game had with Drake's Fortune and what could be the potential of the series, Among Thieves did not underdeliver. A new adventure that showcased new characters to the series in Harry and Chloe searching for the lost city of Shambhala required more complex and bigger environments, and that's exactly what we got. From a museum in Istanbul all the way to the top of the mighty mountains of the Himalayas, this game really showcased the true power of what this series is. Vast sceneries with the same game loop of jumping impossible distances, climbing huge buildings, shooting bad guys, and repeating the process over and over. But somehow Naughty Dog was able to keep things fresh with the additions of some variables further down the line, being that a new interesting gun, some new brute to fight against, or even just something goofy happening in the middle of the fight. I do have to say that even though Uncharted 2 is a fan favorite of the series, in terms of villain developments and final fight moments, the title really disappointed me. It had your typical generic 101 Russian villain and basic running around and shooting something on the wall type of fight. It felt disappointing in terms of gameplay in the end, but the story has always managed to keep me interested, which leads to the third game, The Deception of Nathan Drake.
All men dream, but not equally. Those who dream by night, in the dusty recesses of their minds, wake in the day to find that it was vanity. But the dreamers of the day are dangerous men, for they may act their dream with open eyes to make it possible. This I did.
Since the beginning of this series, it felt like Drake was searching for something and always trying to prove something, but in the third game, that's where it gets juicy. The dev team kept on improving and polishing everything they have done so far while showcasing new ways of working the game. New ways of combat are introduced, renewed help for gunfights with an improved crosshair but the same essence. It looked amazing from the beginning. They kept on developing the factor of stealthiness, even though on the second and third entry to the series, the stealth aspect is a bit goofy due to the player being able to clean some areas while remaining stealth, but then on the last enemy, the game always forced me to break my stealth due to an enemy Q or something else, something they worked on during the fourth game, and Drake acknowledges that by saying this.
Wow, that's rare. It didn't even see us.
Yeah. Good job.
You too.
Which made for a very funny moment. Even though the gameplay still remains really good and immersive, once more the star of the show is the storyline, with Nathan trying to search for the legendary Atlantis of the Sands to prevent their enemies from getting their hands on whatever is on that lost city once more. But this time with a twist. During this game you fight against Marlowe and Talbot, with the game giving you a lot of insights to the youth of Nathan and some character backstories too, and how it reached that point. With an unstoppable and obsessive Nathan Drake on the wheel of the adventure once more, you eventually reach a closure. Or so I thought so, because then it came Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. With a supposedly retired Nathan Drake, Naughty Dog decided to really take us down memory lane, starting the fourth title with lots of memorabilia from the previous titles. After all, with a 5-year gap between games and a community with so much love for the series, Naughty Dog decided to give them an amazing treat. Also due to Uncharted 4 being the last title of the franchise with Nathan Drake on the wheel. At least that's the feeling that I got from playing the game and how the story ends. We continue exploring vast sceneries, this time from Scotland all the way to the islands of Madagascar, and this time Naughty Dog hit the nail in the head once more, because I felt so small while playing the game, everything is so big, and Nathan felt like a grain of rice in the middle of so many. So small, yet achieving so much. This is the ultimate title of the series in my opinion. It gives you every single detail from Nathan's and Sam's childhood all the way to present time. All the adventure they went through, Sam's background, it's all there. All of this achieved while maintaining a fresh gameplay with the same old but gold gameplay loop in the series, but introducing fresh mechanics. All while you traverse through this immersive world in search of the biggest pirate treasure of all time, the lost city of Libertalia. Technically, the game is stunning, and narrative-wise, it's just delicious to play. We get the real sense of closure when we see Nathan Drake completely away from obsession and come into his senses that there's more things that are more important than all these treasures and adventures. It was a great experience playing these games in 2024 as a first-time player of the series, and overall, they were able to beat Father Time and stay relevant within the genre. Also, the Game Awards just happened, and I am definitely looking forward to what Naughty Dog has prepared for the future. Till next time, gamers.